Okay, you start this time.
What should I say? I wasn't prepared for that. Can we come up with like a fun, like now on the Tonight Show, but like something fun for us?
Go ahead.
Oh, I need time to think about that. We need a cool like catchphrase, like I don't know. We're back on, I don't know.
It's not a news program or... Ok, let me do it. Fala galera, começando mais um vídeo aqui no canal meu e da Holly. E antes de tudo, antes de começar esse vídeo... Hey, look like you understand what I'm saying.
Really, nigga?
It's like natural. Fala galera, começando mais um vídeo aqui no canal meu e da Holly. E antes de começar esse vídeo, eu só queria falar, né, que a frase que a Holly falou no vídeo passado, que foi um desafio pra vocês, era What's your favorite color of the alphabet? Né, que seria qual sua cor favorita do alfabeto. Então, tipo, não fazia sentido, por isso que ficou um pouco mais difícil. Mas teve umas 2 pessoas aí que acertaram e a maioria chegou bem perto. Então é isso aí.
I'm sorry.
Are you done?
I just understood what you were saying, and so I laughed because it was funny.
How old are you right now? That's why it takes me like 5 hours to edit the videos. Because I have to cut out all your shit. Então no vídeo de hoje talvez não seja tão engraçado, porque eu pedi pra vocês fazerem perguntas no meu Instagram sobre eu e a Holly. E a gente selecionou as perguntas mais perguntadas e também, né, as mais legais aqui pra gente... I can't talk, it's hard.
I'm the reason you have to edit so much.
Então... Oh my god, what's going on?
I'm sorry.
You know what? Just do you. I'll let you know I'm not done.
Can I have my phone back?
No, we're never gonna get this video done. Então nesse vídeo a gente vai responder as perguntas que vocês fizeram no meu Instagram, tá? Porque eu achei que seria interessante vocês conhecerem a gente um pouquinho melhor, já que muitos de vocês estavam comentando aqui, Caio, como é que vocês conheceram e tudo mais. Então vamos pro vídeo. Let's go. First question.
Wait.
What?
How do we decide who asks and who answers? Who's one?
Whoever hits the button first.
No, but our answers for this one are different.
You don't want them to know the real story.
No, just be careful.
Okay, first question. How did you two meet?
Well, I think we met in my acting class because we were just in the same acting class. That's all.
Great story.
It's
a lie.
That is the first memory that I have of him.
Okay, that's
That is the
enough.
first time that I remember meeting Kyle.
Okay, so sophomore year, it was her freshman year, and I went to this party, and I walked in the party and she was by herself against the wall, just leaning there. And I was like, well, this is a cute girl, you know?
I'm sexy and I know it.
Why is she by herself? So I approached her and, I just started talking Brazilian to her. And she just fell in love. We started making out.
Stop,
It was awesome.
That is not what happened.
But she doesn't remember that. I think it's
Shut
kind
up.
of offensive.
Do not listen to him right now because that
No.
is not what happened.
Okay, but it's true. I met her in that party. I talked to her, and she was like, "I'm so smart. I am the top of my class, and I graduated with blah blah blah." So I thought she was a little annoying at first, but she was very pretty, right? So I'm like, okay, this is not gonna work. Her roommate grabbed my hand and just took me somewhere very far away from her, and that's it. Then we met in acting class, and how we actually met and started talking and became friends was through RAs. We became RAs, and we started working together, and I helped her with her rounds, and one thing led to another,
Over a long time. You really thought I was annoying?
You were annoying the party.
I thought he was a jerk at first for like the first 5 months that I knew him, so.
No, you didn't, because in acting class you thought I was funny.
You told me that you would rather have money over love.
But that was after acting class. That was in RA. Okay, next question.
What are your plans for the future?
My plans?
Mhm.
Well, so my plans right now, I'm graduating this May. I want to stay here. I have an OPT that allows me to work for 12 months in the US. So I'm planning to get an apartment here in Findlay so I can stay close to Holly. And then I just want to have 1 million subscribers and be rich and just buy 30 dogs.
That's all you want?
And adopt another 100. And marry you. And marry you, of course. That was implied.
No, it wasn't.
That was implied.
It was not implied.
It was implied.
You can't just imply stuff like that.
I can't imply stuff like that. Okay, but realistically, I want to be an online coach. I already know that. I've been doing YouTube for years and stuff. I sell my books and everything. I want to marry Holly, stay in the U.S. I do not plan to go back to Brazil, only to visit family and go on vacation because Holly also loves Brazil. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, I still have a while in school. I have 2.5 years left after I finish out this semester. So I still got a while until I really get to my future, but then I want to be an occupational therapist. Do you guys have that down in Brazil? I don't really think you do a whole lot.
We do, not a whole lot. People
Okay.
might not know, but it's okay. They'll Google it. Google it.
Well, I want to be an occupational therapist, and I want to work with kids. I kind of want to marry this one too, and I want to have a couple dogs, maybe not 100. That's a lot. It's a lot.
But we're gonna be rich as hell.
You're right.
Okay, very important question now that all of you asked. So how is to date someone from a different nationality? So Holly's American and I'm Brazilian. What's different about our relationship?
On my side?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay, so dating someone from Brazil, I think this kind of applies to just dating anyone that's not American. There's a lot of stuff that is out of my control, I guess, and that's kind of hard. I mean, you have to apply for visas and all this stuff, and even when we hopefully one day do move on to the next chapter of our lives, we'll have to ask permission and all this other stuff. And so that is scary that I'm not solely responsible for deciding what happens to him and me. I hate it, actually. But there's also other little things like that it's really common, things that happen in America as you're growing up, that you guys do things differently, or the way we celebrate holidays and stuff like that are different. There's also kind of a difference between different, I keep saying different a lot, like the characteristics, I guess. You guys in Brazil, the guys, are a lot more emotional and you're able to talk about your feelings, I think, more than in general guys here can. Why are you making that face?
I don't know. I never dated a guy, but
I have. I don't know. It's just little things that are different, I guess.
I think it really depends on each person's family, how they were raised, you know, and that influences a lot. Because your family is super nice to me. They're not like cold Americans like people say Americans are. You know, they treat me super well. They help me out a lot. I actually feel loved by them and everything, like a son. So that's awesome.
I feel the same way with your family.
Yeah, how are you throwing that in? I mean, it's just little things like she said. Like in Ohio, they have 4 stations. Not stations. 4 seasons, right? So they have 4 seasons, and that makes the holidays a little bit different. What they do, you know, they have traditions and stuff like that. But all in all, it's pretty much the same. I'm dating a girl. She has feelings. You know, she does what girls do. She has PMS. You know, and she gets mad at me for stupid stuff that I say.
At the end of the day, he's still a guy, and he's still an idiot sometimes.
You're a girl and you're annoying sometimes.
There we go. That's how it is to date each other.
Okay, I'm gonna throw a question in right here for Holly. So, do you think the language is a barrier in our relationship?
Oh, I have an answer for this. Okay, so you speak English very, very, very well, and you understand the language. We can have conversations completely fine. There's no problem. But what's different, not growing up speaking language as your first language, there are words that have very similar meanings, but depending on the context that you say them in, they come across differently. So like one example that I've tried to show him is like, if I look like I do now, like, you know, I'm not in sweatpants and stuff like that. If he tells me that I look nice today, that's a good thing. Like, that's a compliment. But if I put on my best dress and I'm wearing heels and I spent 3 hours on my hair and all this stuff, and I walk in and I'm like, how do I look? And he's like, oh, you look nice. Then it's not good anymore. Then it's like you're expecting words like gorgeous, stunning, like you take my breath away, stuff like that. And so that is something that he has had to learn, but I also have to kind of be a little bit understanding of to try to understand what he means by it.
Yeah, and that's it. And the other things that I'll think about is like, she doesn't know nothing that's going on in Brazil. She doesn't know nothing about the memes, you know, the stuff that we find funny, the music, the funk. So I cannot have conversations with her about that. You know, I'm on Facebook, I see something super funny, that's a video in Portuguese. I can't share that with her because she won't understand, she won't find it funny, she doesn't know the history of that thing. So that's another thing. How did Caio get out of the friend zone?
Oh God.
Okay, so you guys that are new in the channel, in my channel, I show my life, I have my diaries. So during months, Holly was in my videos, we were having fun, and everybody thought we were dating, but we were actually not. But everybody could swear, like, oh, they're totally having a thing, and they're dating, and stuff like that. My short version of the story is like, Holly had a really long relationship with another guy. They broke up. So she was still fragile. I was just being a friend. And in that process, I ended up like falling in love with her. You know, like I really liked her and I wanted her to be my girlfriend. But she wasn't ready for that yet. So I had to step back and wait for her to be ready. What would you say?
And that was tough for both of us, I think, because I absolutely loved him as a friend, and obviously fate, I think is a good word, would be to end up with him. And so, even though I didn't know it at the time, everything that I was doing was sending you the worst mixed signals in the entire world, because I would always want to be with him. I would spend so much time with him and want hugs and all this other stuff, and then he would tell me that he liked me, and I'd be like, absolutely not, like that's never gonna happen. It took me some time and just learning more about myself for me to be ready, I guess.
So a lot of people ask me, how do you get out of the friend zone? If you actually really, it depends on the girl. Like,
it really, interestingly enough, it took him telling me that it was fine that I didn't like him, and that he wasn't going to try to change my mind, and that he just wanted to be there for me anyway. Once he said that, then I started to get feelings. So I think that's it, it's just being patient.
Just summary of this, girls. Don't try to understand them.
Whatever.
Okay, how do you deal with Kyle being a bodybuilder?
It depends on the day. It's one of those things where I have to understand that going to the gym is a very big priority in his life. And so, while for me, if I skip a day or if something comes up and I'm too busy, that's fine. It doesn't put me in a bad mood. But you can't even live with him. Like, if he's been without the gym for a while. And other things, I'm a very social person. And so I love to do things like go out to eat with my friends and, do stuff like that. And Kyle will come, but he just won't eat anything. And so it's kind of hard because me as a person, like, I want to make sure that he's having fun. So I feel bad, because, like, we'll all be eating and he'll just be sitting there, or he'll, like, be eating very little things.
Because sometimes I can't eat and I will eat a lot. But when I can't, I try not to be that guy. Like, you can tell that he hates being there and that he thinks everybody's just a fat ass, right? I'm not that person. I'm there. I'm just not going to eat anything because I really can't.
Right. So I think you're better than probably a lot of people who do bodybuilding. Just like, he's a lot more accepting. So it kind of took a while to not look at him as the bodybuilder guy.
Most bodybuilders that are actually in professional level, they're dating another person that competes too, and I don't know if that's good or not, because I've seen a lot of relationships like that not go well, and a lot of them go well. But I think if you fell in love and you're in love with the person, there's nothing you can do. It doesn't matter if they go to the gym or not.
Someone asked, what's the best trip we've taken together? I loved going to Brazil. I absolutely loved it. It was the first time I'd ever been out of the country. I got to meet your family, and they were absolutely amazing. They welcomed me in so much, and I will be forever thankful for that. There's no way I can repay them for that month that I spent there. We did so many great things. It was awesome to see the culture and to hear the language and to fly around and go to different places and try all new foods, and I loved it. It was the best.
I think it was awesome, and what was awesome about that trip is because I live here in Ohio with her, and that's where she's from. So everything here is about her life in America and what she does. Like, oh, have you tried this food? No, it's always me trying new things. And when I was in Brazil, it was always her trying new things, and I could show her. See, like, when I was a kid, I used to come here, and like, I love this food, you have to try it. And it was so nice to show her my culture and the places in Brazil that I love, like Ubatuba, Bahia, Bonito, all those places. So I had a lot of fun. I loved it, and I'm sure she did too. So yeah, it was probably the best trip we've ever taken. All right, and last question. Someone asked, what's the best thing you like in each other?
Aww. You go first. I need to think.
Well, I love how she's super supportive of everything I do, even though she may not agree as much with my lifestyle, or it's not something that she's she does, and she knows very well, but she is, regardless, she's gonna support me, and I know that. So that's awesome. I love how she makes me feel loved every day. She always sends me texts like, hey, just reminding how much I love you and blah blah blah, and that's awesome. I love it. I feel so loved, and it just makes my day better. And how she is very affectionate, is that a word? Affectionate. She always hugs me, kisses me, and everything. I don't know, I love everything about her. She's great with other people. She's very caring, she's very generous, and she's just genuine and very funny. She gets my sense of humor, and I get her sense of humor.
Aww, I'm gonna cry. I don't know how to top that. Can we just leave it at that?
Okay.
No.
I love you more, that's fine.
No, I love everything about him. He is so funny, and he's so nice, and he makes me feel good about myself every single day, no matter what. And he, even though, I don't necessarily need as much support with what I'm doing, just like being in school right now, he still supports all of the dreams I have for the future, and he compromises with me, and you're beautiful. And I don't know, I love everything.
Nice. I'm gonna start dating me.
This was a real sappy video.
So that was the video for today, guys. I really appreciate all the support you guys are giving us. I see a lot of people commenting that you guys are learning English with this video, so that's another great thing that we're doing, and I really like it. We want to keep doing videos every week for you guys. I have a ton of videos to do for my other channels and stuff, but I still love recording with her. Just editing takes a little bit longer because of the subtitles, but still very fun. So click the thumbs up, comment videos and suggestions for other videos here in the comments down below. And I hope you guys got to know us better, and if you have more questions, just comment down below, and maybe in the future we'll do another video. Okay, say something.
Bye.